regularly dispensing autographed cards kept nearby for just that purpose. And he was a soft touch, too. When asked for financial help, as he frequently was, he freely gave, even sent money on several occasions to Maria Poe Muddy Clem, the destitute aunt and mother-in-law of his most abusive antagonist, Edgar Allan Poe. One activity the bard of Brattle Street routinely shunned, however, was speaking in public. Longfellow had the deepest admiration for those able to captivate multitudes with the spoken word, the Britons Charles Dickens and Fanny Kemble being two in particular, the French tragic actress Rachel Felix another, but the written word was how he preferred to communicate with the world at large, and there was no ambiguity on the point. On the day in 1854 that he gave his final lecture as a professor of European languages and belles lettres at Harvard College, he vowed that it would be the last I shall ever deliver here or anywhere else. He was 47 years old at the time and had been teaching for 25 of them, 18 at Harvard and 7 before that at his alma mater, Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine. He already enjoyed an international reputation and had more than sufficient means to live in comfort and provide for his family. It was time, he had decided, to become a full-time writer. For his final lecture, Longfellow spoke, with intended irony, on Dante's Inferno, and for the next 21 years he gave no public readings and composed no occasional poems to commemorate specific milestones or events. When his dear friend and college classmate Nathaniel Hawthorne died in 1864 at the age of 59, he wrote a poignant elegy to mourn his loss and served as a pallbearer at the funeral, but did not speak formally at the services. When deeply depressed after suffering a grievous personal loss, he declined an invitation to visit the Bowdoin campus for a few undemanding days of rest and relaxation. Too many ghosts there, he explained simply, and stayed at home. Why then, after vacillating for weeks, he agreed to address his classmates on the occasion of their 50th reunion in 1875, he never said. But from the moment he accepted, he threw everything he had into composing a lengthy poem he would deliver before 1,100 people in First Parish Congregational Church. As a title for the 285-line ode, he echoed a cry shouted centuries earlier by Roman gladiators as they were about to engage in mortal combat, Morituri salutamus, we who are about to die salute you. Press accounts of the greatly anticipated oration, including full texts of the poem, appeared everywhere his work was read. The triumphant day, everyone who attended agreed, had belonged entirely to him. From the time he was a boy growing up in Portland, Maine, Henry Longfellow's driving ambition had been to fashion a form of literary expression distinctive to his time and place, one that celebrated America not only for Americans, but for readers around the world. And it was these twin attractions, accessibility and inclusion, that would earn him recognition as a poet of the people and a fireside poet, whose verses were appreciated, understood, loved, and memorized by young and old alike, and from all demographics and social classes, a point often lost on those who would dismiss his work as being out of touch with a rapidly changing world. Along with fame and celebrity came criticism, most of it into the 1900s positive, though there certainly were detractors, the troubled Poe by far the most hostile example, a more restrained Margaret Fuller another, though both expressed their generally dismissive views well before Henry wrote his most accomplished works. Poe died in 1849 from a variety of physical and emotional ailments. Fuller drowned the following year in a shipwreck, both at the age of 40, precluding what over time could have been more balanced evaluations. That said, fashion and renown are slippery slopes in the best of times, and all writers have their ups and downs. Longfellow stands apart in that he did not meet his